Okay, hi. So, over the past couple of months, I've been getting some comments about how I fill my sketchbook and how I finish pages so quickly and how I make them look all fancy and stuff. So, today's video is going to be about how I fill my sketchbook and some advice I have. I know a lot of people have made videos like these, so this probably isn't going to be that helpful, but I just thought I would also use it as a way to show my own sketchbook and just like a different perspective on it. So the first thing I have on my list is draw multiple things on one page, because when I first got my sketchbook I used to draw like one tiny drawing on each page and then just like move on. But it's actually really fun to just draw multiple things crowded onto the one page, especially if you're like me and you use like coloured backgrounds on stuff and just kind of surround everything with like colours. That looks really cool as well. Next up is add random song lyrics or quotes. I recently started doing this in my old sketchbook, sketchbook 7, and I add random song lyrics like out of context. For some people that don't know the song, it's kind of weird, but like personally I think it's quite cool because no one really knows what it says, like if it's either like a movie thing or a song lyric. Also using random movie lines and stuff from like TV shows as well. And this is probably one of my favourite like tips I've received for my sketchbook, and it's just use completely random paper or stickers. It can either be labels or like packaging from stuff, or just like random stickers from like, I don't know, fruit or something, or like vegetables or whatever. That's also really fun. I started doing that again recently in like sketchbook 7, near the end of it, I think. So yeah, and I have this like huge box of just like random stuff I've like hoarded throughout the past months of like packaging and like labels and stuff. It's really fun because you don't really have to draw anything. You can just kind of add a random label and it saves a lot of time of having to like look for references of what to draw. So this quick. Yeah, that was from like an old sketchbook tour. Please don't ask about that. My sibling was like looking through my sketchbook and I was like, oh, Nesquik. So the pure panic in my voice, I was like, oh, Nesquik, like I don't know what this is. I wouldn't know. I didn't put that in there, like no way. Okay, moving on. So this one is for all you guys out there that hoard stationery in a drawer and then never use it. Not me. Okay, so this tip is washi tape. Like exactly that. If you don't know what to draw, just stick a bunch of washi tape on the page and just done. You're done with that. Like no need to draw anything, just boom, washi tape. You get washi tape and you get washi tape and everyone gets washi tape. Next up is studies. I hate studies sometimes, but they're also really fun if you make them fun. So don't sit there like, oh, I hate studies. No, change that attitude, bud. Go from, oh, I hate studies to, this is the best thing ever. This is gonna look amazing when I'm done with it, okay? Trust the process. If it looks ugly at first, it is gonna turn out ugly, but that's not the point. Okay, if you think it's gonna look ugly, it probably won't, because if you like really look at the reference, I don't know what to say anymore. If you look at the reference and really study it, which is kind of the whole point of it, you can get there. I believe in you. I promise. Oh my god, I just spilled water on my floor. No. Oh my god, that's what I get. That's what I get for insulting everyone out there who makes art. You can also sketch things with pen instead of pencil because, you know, you can't really erase the mistake. Like once it's there, it's there. So it's kind of challenging, but I think it makes people's art look better because you're more like concentrated and you won't make mistakes and everything. Number 7 is kind of like the last thing I said, which is use random paper and stuff. You can also use like random stickers and also things from magazines or like really old books. I know some people don't like ripping up pages of like old books, and that's fine. So maybe things from like magazines and like newspapers and stuff. Another thing I have is use your sketchbook as a journal instead of like a drawing thing. I forgot what a notebook was for a minute. Okay, so yeah, use it as a journal and just write things about your day and then maybe draw like small things, because remember, it doesn't have to be like filled with drawings. It can just be random like ideas. Maybe if you have like OCs, you can write stuff about their stories in there, or if you just had a really bad day and you just need to like write down something. I do that a lot. I also have a different notebook just for that, which I draw in it sometimes. So yeah, that's it. And that's kind of all I have about sketchbooks, because I only really started like dedicating myself to a sketchbook like last year or something on my last sketchbook, sketchbook 7, but before that my sketchbooks were kind of like all over the place, so there's not much experience I have with sketchbooks. However, my sketchbook is like really big, by the way, so I kind of do have experience. Anyways, right. So, some stuff I want you to remember is that sketchbooks take a ton of time to complete, so don't stress about it. Sometimes people complain about how they've taken like a year to fill a sketchbook or something, and it's completely fine because, you know, everyone goes at their own pace and everyone can't just like draw all day, you know? Some people only get to draw like once a week or something. And some people also go through art block and stuff as well. I hate art block so much. But yeah, everyone kind of goes at their own pace, so there's no need to rush. You can take about a year on a sketchbook if you want, maybe more. Some people take like a week, some people take a month, and it's completely fine, you know, just go at your own pace and just complete that sketchbook. The thing that really matters is if you have fun with it and learning stuff and just getting to draw, because, you know, sometimes I think we forget that drawing is something that we like doing because it's just fun, and it shouldn't really be a competition about who completes like the most drawings or who draws more and who completes their sketchbook first. The second bit of advice I have is don't compare your sketchbooks to others unless it's for inspiration. So I went through this stage where I compared all my sketchbooks and all of my artwork to other people, and you really shouldn't do that because some people might only have that kind of art style or that kind of like art, you know, style thing because they either took classes, or maybe they just draw more, or maybe they were just kind of, they've always been drawing since they were like a kid. The point I'm trying to make is everyone's experience making artwork is completely different, so some people are gonna be better than you, that's just a fact. But some people are going to really look up to your art and think it's absolutely amazing, and they might even compare their art to your artwork, so there's always going to be an audience out there or a group of people that really like your art style and your work, so don't put yourself down because that's really bad. I can guarantee your artwork is really good. I haven't seen it, but you know, I can bet it's really good. Like, wow, that art style, that is amazing. I want that. Like, wow. Tip number 3 is make personal artwork. So, not everything has to be for a YouTube video, because if you're a content creator like me, wow, I did not have to say that word. It sounds so weird. Okay, so if you're like me and you post your art on the internet for random strangers to see, then you'll know that sometimes you try and make your art a bit too perfect for everyone to see, to kind of go like, wow, guys, look, my art is always like this, it's always so amazing, but it's not, because sometimes I want to throw it in the bin, throw it out the window, burn it, and then stomp on it. So just sometimes take a break and just make art that doesn't have to be perfect. And you know, you don't have to like show every page of your sketchbook on the internet. You can just like, you can always like not show your artwork to the internet. Just make pages in your sketchbook for fun. And that's just about all the advice I have for this video. It was really basic, I know, but I hope it kind of helped a bit, maybe just a bit. It maybe gave you some inspiration for a sketchbook, I don't know. So, anyways, subscribe if you want to, of course, you know, I'm not going to force you, or maybe I will. And just, I'll see you all in the next video when my brain actually decides to like give me motivation to make something, which is probably like once a month. But anyways, bye. Kind of goes on their own kind of, I can't even explain what I'm trying to say. The point I'm trying to make is everyone blah. Okay, and that is just about all the advice. What was that? And it was like, and that's just about all the okay, let me try that one more time.